Apparently, you know, the one where he was sexting a minor or some shit like that. He came out. He came out with a story. He came out with a little 10-minute vlog. I don't know if we're going to watch all 10 minutes of this shit. We're going to get the gist of it. We're going to see what's up. All right, let's read this, though. Kai Cenat's old cameraman, Chris V, that was fired for texting a minor inappropriately, has released a statement. Let's see this shit.
I know y'all probably wondering what took me so long to make this video.
Dude looks like he's been going through it.
The reality is, like, when everything happened, it happened in a way where, like, it caught me by surprise to the point where, like, I literally was packing. I was setting up the U-Haul.
Stop the cap.
Hey, man. Hey, chill with the funny ass memes, man. We trying to hear something.
Literally, I get a text about it because I don't even be on Twitter or none of that. Like, I got a text about it. I'm reading everything that's being said about me. I'm like, bro, what is going on right now? Like, I don't know how to feel. Like, none of that, right? So I literally just get in my car and drive to the
Facts.
that.
Hey, get straight to the point.
I literally just put myself into a ball and laid on the couch and just
put myself into a ball and laid on the couch. Chad, do you guys ever tuck into the fetal position? I'm not gonna lie, when I sleep, I be low-key sleeping in the fetal position, bro. The fetal position is low-key hard. I fuck with it, bro. I fuck with it. Reminds me back of the old days, man. La Abuser. Wait. What type of fucking name? La Abuser. Welcome to DST. I don't fucking know. Is that a W, Chad? I don't know. I sleep like that every night.
Shout out to Fernando, man. That was being said about me.
Hey, make sure you guys drink some water.
The videos about everything. Like, I don't know. It was a very, very, very dark.
Bro, can you react to my big brother song? He tries to get more viewers, bro. Please, I really need it. It's not no freaky shit. It just has a girl in AC Milan shirt cover. What the hell? Yeah, someone banned the fuck out of him, man. Hey, no self-promos, man. Get him the fuck out of here. What's good, Mariah?
Time for me, at least.
Hey, never mind. El follow, yeah. Come on, bro. Like, how can we have a dude named La Abuser pull up in the chat talk about, hey, can you react to my big brother's music? Fuck no. We're watching Chris 5 talk about why he shouldn't be canceled. We try to hear his state of the story, bro. His side of the story.
I ain't know how to feel. I ain't know what
you not
to
looking
say.
at his Twitch file? All right,
I didn't know anything. I don't know. It was personally scary. Like, one of the worst things that.
All right, bro. Get straight to it. They got like a 2X.
But like I said, I'm here to just quickly state my side of everything.
All right, let's hear it.
I don't kind of help you guys understand what actually happened from my point of view.
All right. Come on, get to it.
I personally can't live with the fact that the world, the internet, and the world, in a sense, thinks I'm this predator, and I'm not. Like, I'm not at all.
All right, chat. This is law and order right here, okay? He states that he is not a predator. The world thinks that he is. Chat, do you guys right here?
Stop the cap.
Yo, chill.
Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Okay, chat. Before we hear his side of his story, do you guys think he's innocent, he's guilty, or do you guys want to hear the story first? What do you guys want to do before you guys want to make your assumptions? Me personally, I want to hear all sides of the story so that we can either prove his innocence or prove that he's guilty. That's what I want to hear. He's 1,000% guilty. He looks guilty. Let me hear it all. His ass was getting freaky on IG. Play it? All right, bet.
But yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to keep it as short and as simple as possible.
Short as simple as possible. It's a 10-minute video. Execution, 98% guilty. He's guilty for real.
Straight to the point.
All right, let's hear it.
As for the situation, at the time, I was 21 years old. And
21?
She was 17 years old.
Okay.
I understand why you guys were frustrated and upset that.
All right, 21 and 17. How many years is that? 17. Okay, 18, 19, 20, 20. A 4-year age gap. Now, realistically, chat, a 4-year age gap is completely fucking normal. I don't think a 4-year age gap is bad at all. Okay. Now, let's preface this. We're not going to start saying, so you think a 14-year-old could get with an 18-year-old? Shut the fuck up, bro. I did not say that. I said a 4-year age gap is okay. That's it. Okay? Don't start saying a 14-year-old, 18-year-old, none of that shit, bro. Let's move on.
That was even, like, a thing. But it took me a while to understand that, like, until I say my side, y'all won't understand what actually happened. So
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Come on.
Basically, at this time, in 2021, I'm 21 years old, and she was 17.
Okay.
But at the time, I was a sophomore in college, and she was a freshman.
Whoa. Hold on. This just changed the climate of the fucking. What? So he was a sophomore in college, and she was a freshman in college. So she's just one of those young freshmen. I'm not gonna lie. I think I met a couple of freshmen in college who were like 17 years old, Chad. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. 100%. I definitely met a few freshmen in college who were like 17 years old or just turned 18. Hold on. Let's hear this shit. Why you rubbing your hands? Come on. I love me the young freshman.
So these are things that, like, at first I didn't know, but over time, like, talking to her, I got to know, right? So it changed, like, my mindset about talking to her, if that makes sense. Like, she was in college. We were both in college. She was just a grade under me. I didn't see a problem with me talking to her, right?
I think that's fair, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think he has a fair line of logic thinking, right? She was a freshman in college, and I was a sophomore, and like, it's assumed you're an adult if you're in fucking college, right? I'm not gonna lie, like, if you're in college, you assume everyone's in fucking college unless it's like clearly a little fucking kid running around a college campus. Is that too far-fetched to assume that everyone in college is an adult? I mean, you're in fucking college at that point, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I graduated high school at 19 years old, right? So it's not like I was in college and I was struggling to freaking pass classes. No.
Nah, you said you would let it play out before you say anything. I didn't say that shit, Fernando. What the fuck? Where the fuck did Fernando hear that shit, bro?
I was following my course the way I was supposed to follow my course. So it was like, even the people around me in my classes were younger than me. Like, that's just how it was. Like, so I didn't see a problem with me talking to her because of the fact that she was in college. And obviously, came around to bite me in the ass. But I came to understand that, that happening isn't what defines me, but what I do after is. So I wanted to just simply explain to y'all that, like, that's literally the only reason I continued talking to her at all, was because of the fact that we were both in college. I was literally, like, if I'm not mistaken, that semester is literally the semester that I dropped out of college. Like, I was like, okay, there's no point of me being in college, like, at all. Like, I'm signed up for these classes and I'm failing all of them. Like, there's no point.
Damn, he's like Rakai, man, getting a 30% in all of his fucking classes. Don't they have pre-college classes for high schoolers? Yeah, but those are for high schoolers. Those aren't for, like, he clearly stated that the bitch was a freshman in high school, in college. He was a sophomore and she was a freshman, bro. All right, so far we're about 5 minutes into the video. He was 21 and she was 17. All right, now let's think a little critically. I don't know how many of you guys are in college, but I think we all, like, for those of you guys who are, everyone who's in the chat who's in college, say me. And if you're not in college, say what year of schooling you're in. For me, right, I'm in college. I've met a lot of different age ranges of people, but I never really kind of judged people on their age. I've met some old fuckers. I've met some people who are in their 50s. I met people who I thought were like my age, like what I mean by my age, like 20, 21, 22. These fools were like 28, 29, 30. Hold on, let me fart real quick. Right, they were like around that age range, right? And I also met some younger bloods. But I think it's common knowledge that if you're in college, you're just an assumed adult. Is that fair to say, yes or no? If you're in college, you're an assumed adult. And what I mean by assumed adult is you're past the level of maturity. The whole consent shit I'm not talking about. I'm just saying you're an assumed adult in terms of maturity levels and everything, right? Because even if you're a young blood in college, right? Say if for some odd reason you're a fucking prodigy and you're 14 years old and you're in the engineering course, you're looked at obviously for your age, but you're assumed to be like far superior than your peers. That's what it is, right? We don't look at you as another 14-year-old. You're a fucking prodigy kid who knows a fuck ton of shit. You're an assumed adult at that point. You're an assumed prodigy. I'm not making the case for the 14-year-old. For all the idiots out there, shout out to y'all. So I honestly, I could see his perspective. that he was just talking to the bitch because he assumed the bitch was an adult, right? They're both in college. She wasn't a fucking high schooler, you know, doing dual enrollment classes. No, she was a freshman. He was a sophomore. He was 21. She was 17. But once you're in college, it's always assumed that you're within your cohort of people, etc. And you know you mingle and talk amongst the people there. Chad, I had dudes in. I remember I had this dude in my chem class. The dude was like, I think maybe 26, 27. He was cracking down the 18-year-olds. Does that make him a predator as well? I don't think so, because I think he's well within his right to crack down the women within his cohort of people. Same thing with him. I don't think he was in the wrong for necessarily doing what he did. Now, this age range of 17 to 21. Now let's all think a little critically, right? Do we think he's a predator for this chat? Yes or no? Just from what we've heard so far. Do you guys think he's a predator so far? Yes or no? Even a senior with the freshman in high school ain't bad, so I don't see why they coming at him for real. No. Nah, to be honest, nah. I don't necessarily see. I honestly think he's valid, right? But for those of you guys who don't agree with me, can you guys provide some counter arguments as to why, et cetera, is happening? Like why he shouldn't, etc. And while you guys provide those counter arguments, I'm going to keep playing this video.
Time for me to get out. But it was like, I don't know, it was a lot going on in my life at that time. Like I had a lot of decisions to make, and I made a poor one for my career. Ended up, like I said, coming around to bite me in the ass. With that being said, as for Kai, I think you know that I didn't intend to try and hurt nobody, and that's never been my character. I've worked my ass off to get to where I was at, and I think that's what hurts the most. Is the fact that I lost something that I put in the most work I've ever put in my life, for everything to just disappear over something that
fucked.
I was just too dumb and young to understand what was actually going on.
She could have been 17. Her birthday was like at the end of the year. Facts, bro. Facts.
But yeah, I don't know. It kind of hurt even more because like that dynamic we had, you, me, and Bree, there's like a family, and I think we all know that. So there wasn't a place that I didn't go that I didn't like shine light on what we did together. It was just a great feeling of being able to do.
Damn, that's fucked, bro. That's fucked.
You actually care about. And I don't know. It hurt that was taken from me. And in a way, I gotta blame myself because I took it for myself in a way too. But that being said, working for Kai only helped me learn new things and become a better person. I've done things that like I've never thought I'd be able to do. For example, 7 days in, that was all me, no questions, but from anyone. That was all me. I made sure it happened. We had 4 days. We had 4 days to put 7 days in together with no plan of how it was gonna happen. But it happened perfectly. Probably one of the best productions we've had tech-wise ever. And I did it with no one's help. It was just me. So,
damn.
And by just me, I don't want to make it seem like I didn't have people helping me, but just me, as in Kai didn't have to ask no questions, Bree didn't have to ask no questions, no one had to ask no questions, and that's really how it was for a lot of things. No one had to ask any questions because I just got things done.
I feel like he's yapping about bullshit at this point, right? Chad, I'm gonna give an honest take. Some of you guys might not agree, and that's fine. But I think the internet did him wrong, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I honestly think the internet did him wrong. This is one of those cases where the internet's toxic, hive mind, ideologies came together to take down the wrong person. I'm going to be honest with y'all. From what we saw, right? From, his side and the other side of the story, from the stories that we saw, I think he was wronged by the internet. So let me elaborate why, so, I could justify my stance. We're not going to sit up here and assume that he was talking to some little girl in high school. This was an adult in college who just happened to be a younger age of her cohort. It's very common for people who are not 18 to enter college, right? We all know that there's age ranges of people who enter college, right? You might have a kid who's, a a little too old for his group, right? He might be graduating high school at 19 years old. And then there's another, on the opposite side, there might be the young person in your grade. We've all had that. If you guys have ever had a person who's, older than the normal or younger than the normal in your cohort, say me right now in the chat. I know I have. I've definitely seen people who were definitely a little older than like say if we were all 7 years old, that he was 8 years old, or there was someone who was 6. But they were all within our cohort. He was the older person in his grade, and the girl was the younger person in her grade. Now, I don't think he was in the wrong. I don't think that we should be able to push on him that he was the wrong person for what he did. He was simply talking to a girl in college, an assumed adult because now they're in college, pushing towards, a relationship or whatever. We can't act like in fucking college, man, you ain't trying to hoe out, bruh. Guys and girls, we all fucking know that shit. We're not gonna take the moral fucking high ground right now. He was clearly trying to get some cheeks. Or maybe if he wasn't, maybe he was trying to get into a relationship where he could get some consistent cheeks. But that's regardless of what the fuck happened in this story. In this story, what happened was Chris was the older age range of his group, of his classroom cohort, and she was the younger cohort. But they were still within the rights. So, for example, if we're talking about a freshman and a sophomore, usually the difference is 1 year. But he was also a freshman and she was a sophomore, but he was 1 year older than the normals in the sophomore. She was 1 year younger than the normals in the freshman. She was still a freshman. He was still a sophomore. We can't assume that he was being a predator for that. It's very fucking simple. It's simple fucking logic, bro. Simple logic. I think the internet did him fucking wrong. I think that he was wrongfully convicted by the internet as a guilty predator for something that very clearly, as normal human beings, we all understand this. We all understand that this guy right here did not do shit wrong for assuming a girl in college was an adult. And even if he did find out that she was 17 years old, all right? Let's assume that he knew. I don't have the full facts and evidence, but let's just assume that he knew that she was 17 years old in college. And her birthday was, let's say, fucking in September, and it was August when he found out. What is he gonna do? Wait till she's 18? Then you guys are gonna say, oh, he was spawn camping her. He was spawn camping the bitch until she turned 18 to crack some cheeks. That's also the dumbest part that I hear from all the fucking internet, right? Like, you just have to go talk to a different girl when you were creating a relationship with her because she was 17 in college. She was just a younger cohort. In my opinion, I believe that's one of the dumbest things to exist. Not stating that, you should be dating minors and shit like that, but it was assumed that she was no longer a minor because she was now in college. That is my stance of the story. That's what I believe to be true. I believe that the internet did him fucking wrong. And that he should have his chance back in the spotlight. Everyone fucking dropped him because of some dumb idiots on the internet who can't use logic and past and previous experiences that we all fucking face. And they painted him out into bad light, bro. We should be painting out other people in bad light, and this was the wrong person that we painted out to be. That's my opinion on that, bro.